which photos I'm going to be using and which photos I'm not going to be using for my article. This photo here, I think it's good. I've used a technique of rule of third. Nathan is standing on the left-hand side of the grid of the rule of third, and it makes the focal point clear. It represents my article well, as I want to talk about players in football and how the game's evolved. And I think it creates a nice effect with him holding the ball. So yeah, I will be using this photo in my article. The next photo I'm going to be talking about is this photo here. This is a great photo in my opinion. I think the red shirt goes well with the background, and the image sharpness is very clear with the flash technique I use there. And with him being placed in the centre, it's clear to see the focal point of the photograph. And that image sharpness just being so clear is very good, and I think this will work well in my article. So I will be using this in the article. The next photo is this one. This is a good photo, I feel, because it's a different style. I've taken the photo from behind him, so it almost looks like a real football camera angle. The focal point is clear in the photo as he's placed in the middle. You could also say there's a second focal point with the football, and the image sharpness is good. And with the colours that Nathan's wearing, it goes well with the green. I think he stands out well, and this just shows what I also want to be talking about of how players have different play styles in the game. So I will be using this for my article. The next photo that I will be using in my article is this one. I feel that I do want to talk about the kits and the different types of kits that players have worn over the past 5, 6, 7 decades. And with this kit being such an iconic kit in the game, I think this was key. I've placed him on the right-hand side of the rule of third grid, which makes the focal point clear to see and stand out. The image could be a bit more sharp and less blurry, but I do think the colours go well, and because of the green background, he stands out very well. So I will be using this in the article. The next photo I'm going to be using is this. This is the same as the last one, but just showing it from the back perspective. This is key, I think, because this actually has one of the players' names on the back, and in my article I tend to talk about the style of the back of the kit and how they developed to have numbers and surnames on the back of their kit and when this was introduced. So I think this is key for my article. Him being placed in the middle is very good, as because he's the main focal point and it's clear to see it and stand out. Again, I think the colours work well. The sharpness of the image could be a bit clearer, but that's okay, and I will be using this in the article. The next photo is this one. I believe this is a good photo as it's different and it's captured an action shot with the ball being kicked as Nathan has taken a shot here. This is good as because I want to talk about play styles in my article and stuff like this. The focal point is clear, but it also has a bit of depth of field in this photo as the background is quite blurry, but Nathan and the football are quite clear to see, and the colours I think go well with this, so I will be using this in the article. The next photograph is this one here. This is a great photo as the image is very clear, but it also has depth of field as the focal point with Nathan and the football is very clear, but the background is slightly blurry. Him being placed in the middle is good because you can straight away see the focal point of the photo and what we needed to look at. The football creates a nice effect as well as he's holding it up, and yeah, this is what I wanted to be talking about as well, the different play styles and how different players act, and this will go well in the article. The next photograph is this one here. This creates. The next photograph is this one here. This is a good photo as I feel he's placed on the right hand side of the rule of third grid, which is clear to see the focal point, and him holding up the football goes well I think with the article. And yeah, the Rivaldo kit is very iconic, and this is good for the article. The next photograph is this one. I just wanted to get a photo of the goals and how they were. I was trying to capture a bad quality goal, as I want to talk about the change of the pictures and the goals from back in the day. This is quite good as there's not really a main focal point, so it's quite an interesting photo. But I think the colours on the floor work really well with the colour of the goal, and I think this and the image sharpness is very clear. It's a great quality photo. So yes, I'll be using this. The last photo that I'm going to be using for my article is this, as this image looks like it's sort of a better image, which I'm going to be contrasting this with the other goal, and this shows how far the game has come and the difference in the goals now and back then. Yes, the image could have been a bit clearer, but I do think this is a good image, and the focal point is in the middle of the photo. This photo here, I tried to get a snapshot of Nathan just dribbling with the ball. The lighting was overexposed, and this didn't work well, so I can't use this for the article. This is the next one. I tried to get Nathan doing kick-ups. I think if this wasn't such a lighting overexposure, I think this would have been a really good photo and I would have used it. But unfortunately, the lighting was wrong. And I don't know, I'm not sure why it came out like this, so I will not be using this in the article. Thank you.